So you're very welcome back to Unstable TV. If this is your first time on the channel, do not forget to
like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, and if you're a returning viewer again, thank you.
So a very big shout out to everyone for sending this over. What we got going on today, Danielle?
So today we have been sent when the Caliph helped Ireland. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but I probably did. And this is Untold history.
So thanks so much for commenting this. I know you guys commented this a few times. We're telling us you need to see this. So we're here now. So without further ado, let's jump straight into this for ourselves and you guys. Let's go!
At a time where really difficult images are being associated with Islam, we have a long legacy of contribution to the world in its entirety. And that legacy and that contribution and that notions should not be hijacked by rogue organizations. And the world and the media should not do the injustice of associating the classics with the fake. What did this Muslim world look like inside? The first, it was a civilization with humanity. It felt and supported and helped other humans.
Ooh,
there's a story that in Ireland, a disease filled the potato plantations. And their main food was potatoes in Ireland, especially amidst the poor. There was very little food produced that year. And a lot of people died, and the Irish dubbed it the Great Hunger. And they say 1 million people died and 1 million people left, the locality. 1 million is a lot of people to die. It isn't that there wasn't any food in Ireland, there was. But Ireland was subjugated by the English. And a lot of the property was owned by the English. So the produce that was produced was sent back to England. And the poor died in Ireland. So eventually, news of this reached the Ottoman Caliph. That there are humans, non-Muslims, Christians dying in Ireland out of poverty. Please help. And this was a time where the Ottomans were having some internal problems as well. So the Khalifa felt a huge sense of responsibility. And in his humanity with man, he promised that I will send 10,000 silver pounds to Ireland. But at the same time, he was not a reckless ruler. And he recognized that Ireland is under the stewardship of Britain. So he found out how much the British Queen Victoria, is doing to help out Ireland. And he found that she's only giving 2,000 silver pounds. And he had promised 10,000. So in recognizing that this would make her look very small, he reduced his number to 1,000. Do you see that Muslim monarchs didn't want the disruptions of other lands and other systems? But he said, I have made a promise of 10,000. I have to take goods to them equivalent to that sum, although in money I will give only 1,000. So he sent 1,000 silver coins, which comes to 1 million something in our currency, pounds, to them. And then he sent 5 shiploads of grains. There was no income to expect, no business. This is just helping his fellow man. And when it reached there, the people were very overwhelmed. And the nobles of Ireland wrote this letter of thanks and gratitude back to the Sultan. And it reads a little like this. We, the noblemen, gentlemen, and inhabitants of Ireland, want to express our thanks and gratitude for the Ottoman Sultan's magnificent assistance. The Sultan's assistant response to this aid call displays an example to European states. Numbers were relieved and saved from perishing through this timely act. We express our gratitude on their behalf and hope that the Ottoman Sultan and his dominions will be saved from the afflictions which have befallen us. In recognition of the timely act of this gracious Khalifa, they adopted the symbol of the crescent in the star in some of their government buildings. And today, their soccer team wears this proudly on their shirts in memory of what the Ottoman Caliph had done for them at a time when very few would come to their aid. And not only did Istanbul send, but other Muslim parts of the Islamic Khilafat, Bombay and other countries, they all sent goods to this land so that they could save their fellow man. And you contrast this approach with the senseless approach that is being associated with Muslim governments today, and you see a direct contrast that what is real and what is fake.
That was powerful. Very big shout out to the original content creator. Do make sure you check them out, give them a like, subscribe and share. Thanks so much to everyone for sending this to us and bridging the gap of information to show just how the Irish were helped out during the famine, while, you know, Queen Victoria was basically laughing at Ireland during this time.
Yeah, she was.
We say we're not patriotic here, and we try not to get too carried away, but when you hear things like this about the history of the land you live in, it's very hard. It's a lot of people to die through them times, and a very horrible and dark period in Irish history. So what did you think of that, Danielle?
I didn't even know that happened. We don't get taught that in school or anything, so it's really nice to see people came and helped Ireland when they needed to. Yeah. And the fact that he promised 10,000 silver coins and could only give 1,000, but he still gave over the equivalent with goods that like the Irish people needed at the time.
Yep.
That's incredible.
In school we're taught it's basically just we were left stranded on our own, and it's basically a potato blight took us out and starved us to death, and a lot of us left the country on coffin ships abroad to find work and send money back to the family, and eventually became servants and slaves in other countries. But we don't really get taught too much about the Ottoman Empire helping out, and that other Muslim and Islam countries basically helped towards, regardless of what was going on at the time, helped supply Ireland and helped us get back on our feet. So to see this message, it should be taught a lot more in, in the history text, but it isn't. But I hope it has changed since then, since we were in school. But let us know your guys' thoughts. If you're Irish, if you're not, let us know what part of the globe you're from. Are you learning this from the first time? Did you hear this before? Do you hear this in your text? And if there's any knowledge you feel you've learned through history between this agreement or this history time period, let us know anything further you might know about it in the comments below, because we'd love to have a chat with you down there.
Yeah. And that has been our 2 cents, and we will chop ourselves out of this.